What do you know? It will be the Celtics versus the Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. Isn't it ironic that the two best teams from the bubble are now the two best teams in the East this year? How about that? Anyways, though, the Celtics beat the Bucks in 7. It was a hard-fought 7-game series where the Celtics shot 22 out of 50 from downtown. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat defeated the Sixers in 6, where they clamped down Joel Embiid, James Harden, and Tyrese Maxey. Now, both teams are the two best defensive teams in the regular season. Both are in the top 5. Miami is second in 3-point percentage. They're also one of the best teams in defending the 3 ball. So if Boston thinks they can easily make threes against Miami, that won't be the case. Of course, Boston also tends to settle from downtown as well. Anyways, though, so for Boston, they still have Tatum, Brown, and Marcus Smart. 3 guys that were huge 2 years ago are now better mentally. Grant Williams is a much better player. He's basically a second version of PJ Tucker, maybe even better in the long run, who knows. You also have the returning Al Horford. They still got Daniel Tice, a much improved Robert Williams. They also acquired Peyton Pritchard and Derek White. For the Heat, they still have the same core of Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, and Duncan Robinson. But they also added new guys in the blood. Kyle Lowry, Dwayne Dedmon, PJ Tucker, Caleb Martin, a much improved Gabe Vincent and Max Strus. And they also got guys like Markieff Morris, Haywood Highsmith, Omer Yurtseven waiting in the wings. And they also got their secret weapon, Victor Oladipo, of all people. Now, how will the series work? Of course, for Miami, in the first round, they switch everything on Trae Young. In the second round, instead of switching, they go over screens now, and that's how they were able to shut down the Sixers in games 5 and 6. I think Miami has to mix up in this series though, because Tatum will see Jimmy Butler for sure. He will see PJ Tucker for sure. Maybe even Caleb Martin, Max Strus, or Bam. He's gonna see bodies. Same goes for Jaylen Brown. But the key for Boston though is Grant Williams. If he keeps making shots, that will prevent the Heat from switching. Now, as for Boston, how will they defend Miami? Well, they were physical against Kevin Durant, and they were double, triple teaming Giannis either. They won't be able to do that with Jimmy Butler though, simply because they can't leave Tyler Hero open, they can't leave Max Strus open. They could leave Gabe Vincent open though. But the key for Miami offensively is Bam. He can't be timid. He can't be passive. Hard to ask from a guy who's naturally passive though, but he can. Max Strus has to keep hitting his threes. Tyler Hero has to step up this time around. So is Victor Oladipo. PJ Tucker has to hit those corner threes. Because this Boston team can clamp you up. And if you watch the first 2 regular season games, they clamped up the Miami Heat. Big time. Now, who do I see winning this series? Of course, I'm going with the Miami Heat, of course. Heat in 6. I think the key here though is the depth. And even though Boston has improved on that department, the Heat have 7, maybe 8 guys that can go 25 minutes a game. So every game they're gonna be fresh as F. Unlike Boston. But game 1 is a must win for Miami though. because Boston, like I said, they just come out of an emotionally drained Game 7. So Miami has to win Game 1. Anyways, though, with that being said, that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and see ya.